So far we have discussed sine of trigonometric functions in different quadrants. We have derived trigonometric identities with the help of a unit circle. So we have done that. If this is a unit circle, means radius is 1 unit. Center of the circle is at O. There is an arc AP of length x. So this arc AP will subtend an angle of x radian at the center of the circle. We learned that the x coordinate of the point P will give you the value of cos x and y coordinate will give you the value of sin x. This we had learnt. Now look here. Suppose P lies at this point. Then arc will be AP. So angle subtended by the arc at the center will be this. Right? And it is 90 degree. That is pi by 2 radian. Right? Now P is at this point. The coordinate of these points are 0 and 1. You know that x coordinate gives the value of the cos x and x here is pi by 2. So x coordinate is 0. So can I conclude value of cos pi by 2 will be 0? Right? Now suppose P points moves further and it reaches this point. So angle traversed will be this pi by 2, pi by 2, pi by 2. That is angle will be 3 pi by 2. Now x coordinate of this point D is again 0. So can I say cos 3 pi by 2 is also 0? So P point moves further and it reaches at this point. So angle traversed will be this. It will be 2 pi plus pi by 2, that is 5 pi by 2. Again the x coordinate is 0, so cos 5 pi by 2 will be 0. We move further. We reach here at the point D again. Angle traversed will be 7 pi by 2. Again the x coordinate is 0. So we say that cos 7 pi by 2 is 0. Now, this is the first multiple of pi by 2. This is the third multiple of pi by 2. Fifth multiple of pi by 2. Seventh multiple of pi by 2 and so on. Can you identify the pattern? Yes. At all the odd multiples of pi by 2, value of cos is 0. So I can say cos of 2n plus 1 pi by 2 is 0, where n is an integer. That means at any odd multiple of pi by 2, value of cos function is 0. So we have seen that cos 2n plus 1 pi by 2 is equal to 0. That is, at every odd multiple of pi by 2, value of cosine function is 0. That means if I ask you, what is the value of 11 pi by 2 equals to? Yes, 11 is an odd number. So odd multiple of pi by 2. So value of cos will be 0. Similarly, cos 17 pi by 2, it will be 0. Odd multiple of pi by 2. So value of cos function is 0. Now similarly, look here. Suppose P point coincides with the point A. Then x will be 0 radian and here y coordinate is 0 and y coordinate gives the value of sine of x. Now when P will coincide with A, that means when P is here, angle traversed will be 0. So y coordinate of the point is 0, therefore sine 0 is 0. Right? Now suppose the angle traversed is this, which is pi radian. It's 180 degree. So point P will coincide with the point C, and here again y coordinate is 0. So can I conclude sine pi will be 0? From here we reach this. Angle traversed is 2 pi. Point will coincide with this. Again the y coordinate 0. So sine 2 pi will be 0. We move further. Angle traversed is 3 pi. Y coordinate will be 0. So sine 3 pi is 0. Then here angle traversed now is 4 pi. Y coordinate is 0. So sine 4 pi is 0. So can I say sine of n pi is 0 where n belongs to z. That means at every integral multiple of pi, the value of sine function is 0. That means if I ask you what will be equal to 6 pi, 0. Integral multiple of pi, value of sine function will be 0. Similarly, sine 14 pi, it will be equal to 0. Integral multiple of pi, so value of sine will be 0. Now let's take few questions. Evaluate sine 315 degrees. Yes, I will express this 315 degree as multiples of 90. So what I do, I divide 315 by 90. So I'll get 315 as 90 into 3 plus 45 degrees. Divisor into quotient plus remainder is equal to the dividend, right? So 315 can be written as 90 into 3 plus 45 degree. Now I have to check in which quadrant this angle lies. So with the help of this, I'll determine the quadrant. 3 90s and plus 45. First 90, second 90, third 90. 3 times 90 plus 45 here. That means this angle lies in the fourth quadrant, right? Now, in fourth quadrant, we know that sine function is negative. So I put here negative sign. Now, if this is even number, then there will be no change in the t ratio. And if it is odd, then this t ratio will change to its complementary t ratio. Now for sine function, what is the complementary t ratio? It's cosine. CO, complementary sine. So 3 is odd, the sine will change to its complementary t ratio, that is cosine. So I'll write here cos this 45 degree. Now cos 45 degree is 1 over root 2. So I get minus 1 over root 2. So value of sine 315 degree is minus 1 over root 2. Let's take another example. Evaluate tan 570 degrees. So I'll express this in multiples of 90. So for that, I will divide this with 90. So it's 96, I'll get this. So I can write this as tan 90 into 6 plus 30 degree. Divisor into quotient plus remainder is equal to dividend. Right? Now I have to check that in which quadrant this angle lies. So 690. First 90, second 90, third 90, fourth 90, fifth 90, sixth 90 and plus 30 here. So I'll land in the third quadrant. And we know that in third quadrant tan is positive. Now 6 is the even multiple, even number. So there will be no change in the T ratio. So I'll get tan 30 degree. So it will be 1 over root 3. Let's take another question. Evaluate cosecant 480 degrees. Again, I'll express this in multiple of 90. So 90 into 5. I'll get this. So I can write this as 90 into 5 plus 30 degree. Now, first I'll have to check the quadrant in which this angle lies. So 5 times 90. First 90, second 90, third 90, fourth 90, fifth 90. Plus 30 here. So I'll land in the second quadrant. And in second quadrant, cosecant is positive. And 5 is the odd number. So cosecant will change to its complementary T ratio. That is, cosecant will change to secant. So I'll get here secant 30 degree, which is 2 over root 3. Let's evaluate cot 675 degree. So first I'll express this as multiples of 90. So I'll divide it with 90. So I can write this as cot 90 degree into 7 plus 45 degree. Right? So first I have to check the quadrant in which this angle lies. Yes, 90 into 7. First 90, second 90, third 90, fourth 90, fifth, sixth, 7. 7 times 90 plus 45. So I'll land in the fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, cot is negative and it is the odd multiple. So cotangent, cot, will change to its complementary. So cotangent की complementary T ratio tangent. So it will be tangent 45 degree, which is 1. So I'll get minus 1. Now let's evaluate sine of minus 1050 degrees. First we will handle this minus sign. We know that sine minus x is minus sine x. So I'll write this as minus sine 1050 degrees. Now I'll express this in multiples of 90. So this can be written as 90 degree into 11 plus 60. Now I have to check the quadrant. For that, 11 90s. 1, 2, 3, 4 90s. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9, 10, 11. 1190 plus 60. So you will land in the fourth quadrant. And in fourth quadrant, sign is negative. So I put here negative sign. It is the odd multiple. So sign will change to its complementary T ratio, which is cos. So I'll get cos 60 degree here. So it's negative, it will give you plus cos 60 degree, which is 1 by 2.